tech industry. During the time that I struggled at my dream job, I watched friend after friend hit their own glass walls of frustration and burnout. I watched them run out of patience, waiting to be appreciated and recognized for their technical acumen. I watched friends struggle over and over again to meet their basic needs for housing, food, and healthcare. I observed in myself a struggle to balance my increasingly complicated health and family needs with my open source community obligations. I struggled to understand why I was unable to effectively apply my extensive open source experience at my dream job in Mozilla. All the while, I was growing weary and really wanting a break from unpaid volunteer work to explore other life pursuits. Losing eGal, watching people I care about struggle, and facing my own disillusionment prompted me to start thinking critically about open source and how current norms and practices affect individual contributors and our communities. I'm not alone in this. Many of us are starting to have these conversations, talking about sustainability and our impact on the world. Here's where I am in my analysis. I see two significant downsides to the way open source is practiced today. The first is that organizations disproportionately benefit. How? 3 ways. First, they profit from the aggregate of our free labor. The sum of the free labor that we collectively give to organizations in the form of our contributions, it reduces their cost of production and increases their profit margin. But the thing is, they're not obligated to redistribute any of that profit or reinvest it into the community or recognize the economic value of our work in any way whatsoever. And for the most part, they don't. 2, organizations have more power than individuals working alone. There are a few exceptions to this. Water break. There are a few exceptions to this, like if you're Linus Torvalds and you hold the copyright to something like Linux. But generally speaking, large open source projects or even medium-sized ones face little to no consequences for dysfunctional behavior because they can easily withstand when folks stop contributing here and there. At worst, the organization will simply hire someone and pay them a salary to do the work of an unpaid contributor who is left. 3, organizations have a better shot at sustainability because they have greater access to capital to invest in product, research, development, and distribution, all of which in turn generate profit. And they have greater access to capital